All right, real quick, I want to tell another joke since he had to mention the grocery store again, because I'm in there a lot. Well, one time I took my kids in there, and he wouldn't believe it, what happened. My two toddlers, they grabbed those little bitty carts and they started just zooming down the aisle, you know, hitting on the side of the aisle and everything, cans are falling, and I just pretended I didn't even know who they were. Because I had to set my other one in the cart, and my daughter comes around, the oldest one, and as I was ready to leave the store, after I hurried up and got everything I had to get, because I was watching my kids from a distance, you know, knock everything down and just pretend I didn't know them, and one of them came up to the register, and she had all these coupons in her hand. You know those coupons that you pull out for the whatever it is that you're going to get? Well, she had a whole bunch of them, and I said, "What? Why did you pull all those out? You don't need all those. We didn't even get the thing. Why'd you get them?" And then I looked, and my son had his handprint way down in the butter tub, so I had to pull that out. And I didn't even know where my other kids were, so I never take them to the store anymore. It's too much for me. That's probably why I have some disorders here, but that's why I'm here. Okay, can't lose my sense of humor. Okay, who's on deck? Crudster's on deck. And now we're going to give it up for Chad Bowen. Chad Bowen.
It's actually Bonin.
Oh, Bonin?
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll let it slide. I'm not going to put you in my will, but I'll let it slide. All right. True story. I have two of them. Actually, the first one I'll tell, happened last week. Last Tuesday night, I saw a UFO. You're laughing already? Awesome. No, I saw a UFO. Now, when I say that, I saw something in the sky. I didn't know what it was, hence unidentified. It doesn't mean I saw a ship come down. It doesn't mean I got abducted. It doesn't mean I saw little green men. I saw something. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't explain. So all week I'm telling my buddies, right? And your buddies can be vicious when they think you're crazy. And I'm like, hey man, I call up my best friend. I'm like, dude, I saw like something kind of weird in the sky. It was kind of through the northwest, and I don't know what it was. He's like, well, what did it do? And I'm like, well, first it was white, then it was red, then it came really fast towards me, then it went really fast away, then it kind of went right, left, and then it just kind of vanished. He's like, oh, you crazy, man, were you high? And I'm like, no, I wasn't high. And he's like, oh, how wasted were you, or how drunk were you? I'm like, dude, I wasn't drunk. I was in my room at 1 in the morning. And he's like, what were you doing in your room at 1 in the morning? And I'm like, well, I was Mac watching TV. So 2 days later, he calls me and he goes, guess what? And I'm like, I don't know, man, what? He goes, dude, holy shit. He's like, last night there was a black bear in my backyard. And I'm like, no way, how stoned were you? How drunk were you? You can't possibly seen a black bear in your backyard. What were you doing, master watching TV? So, my true story from over 5 years ago. Some of you know this about me, some of you don't. I've been involved in professional wrestling for 14 years. Woo! Thank you. And professional wrestling is unlike anything else on this planet. It's insane. You are brought in a very unique way. You're brought into the business. You get hooked up with a veteran if you want to come in, and they train you, and they bring you into the business under their wing. Now, how they train you, this is how it works. The first day you go to what's called camp. You go to a building that has a wrestling ring, weights, everything. And they go, okay, run a bunch of laps, do a bunch of push-ups, sit-ups, and for an hour they get you so exhausted that you're throwing up. Even guys that are in shape are like puking from all the stuff they do. Then they throw you in the ring and they proceed to stretch you. Now, I don't mean like stretch out your quads and get you loose. I mean grab an arm, yank it behind your back where it shouldn't bend as far as it should bend until you're screaming bloody murder. Then they pick you up and start slamming you against the mat, which is about that much padding and about that much plywood, no matter what people think. So you can barely walk when you walk out of camp. You come back the second day, same thing. This goes on for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, if you still come back and you can still walk, they go, oh, welcome in. We were just seeing if you really wanted to be a wrestler. How bad you wanted it, kid. And that's insane, because I'm pretty sure if you go to work at a restaurant, The first day, they don't grab your hand, slam it on the grill, and burn the shit out of it going, how bad do you want to be a cook? How bad do you want to be a cook in this restaurant? If you want to be a busboy in a hotel, I'm pretty sure they don't grab you the first day and throw you out the third-story window, see if you survive the fall, and go, how bad do you want to be a bellboy? How bad do you want to carry luggage? You got to want it, kids. You got to want it. If you apply to be a zookeeper, I'm pretty sure the first day they don't grab you, throw you over the top of the lion's cage, you go, it's feeding time for the lions. How bad do you want to be a zookeeper? How bad do you want it, kid? But the most insane part of wrestling is the fans, because they have the same IQ that matches their teeth count. And it never failed. Every time I had a show, every time I had a match, there'd be some fat slob in the first row, 50-some years old, with his big, huge wife next to him. And my whole match, he's on my case. He's like, hey, fat boy, you're not doing it right. It's all fake. It's all fake, fat boy. You're not doing it right. I can do a better job, fat boy. I can do a way better job. I used to do some bowling back in high school. I can wrestle. And my ultimate fantasy was to break into this dude's house when he was having sex with his wife, sneak into his bedroom and go, you're not doing it right, fat boy, you're not doing it right. I can do that better than you. It's all fake. Look, she's faking. She don't moan like that. It's all fake, fat boy. I'm Chad Bonin. You guys have a great night. Thanks for coming out.